back to my channel. Welcome to my very first vlog. If you guys follow me on Instagram, you already know the big news. I moved. Well, I'm in the process of moving now. I'm actually in my apartment. Why am I in my apartment without my things, you might ask? So my official move-in date isn't until Sunday, November 15th, so that's this Sunday. But they did tell me last week that I was able to come into the apartment and pretty much, start rearranging things the way I wanted to. So the apartment has like this gray teal color that I was not feeling, so I wanted to repaint the walls white. I came yesterday, which was Sunday, to repaint the walls. All I got was one wall done, and it's giving me anxiety because I walked in today and I see that I'm gonna have to do another coat on it, and that's what I was trying to avoid, but whatever. So yesterday when I was leaving, I noticed that I had a box outside my door. My mom was over here with me because she wanted to clean. So she noticed the box and she was like, "Lisabel, is that yours?" And I was like, "No, it shouldn't be. I just switched my address recently and it doesn't go into effect until the 15th. So I didn't check the box at all. I get home and I get an email from the Wi-Fi company and they're like, "Oh, your stuff was delivered." And I was like, great, that was my freaking box. So I was like, damn, I'm gonna have to go to my apartment after work tomorrow. I get out of work, I come over here, get the box, bring it in, and I was like, let me just set it up. So you need a cable outlet in your apartment in order for you to connect it to Wi-Fi. That I do not have. I had probably my 6th meltdown within the last 2 days. It's just a lot. It's a pretty big change for me. I'll see you guys then. Sorry, I'm eating my breakfast. We are off from work today because it is Veterans Day. I started moving some of my stuff in over here, but just wanted to come on here and check in with you guys because I am vlogging. So today I have 3 coworkers who are coming over. They're gonna help me paint. I have Wi-Fi coming in at 10 and my super has to check out my bathroom. So busy day. I will try to keep you guys updated and posted with everything that's going on. You guys, yesterday on Home Depot, actually I follow Jalen Baez on Instagram. She just got a new place too, and she made a trip to Home Depot and she got a vacuum, and she went home and she was raving about how amazing the suction is, and it was on sale at Home Depot for $50. As soon as she posted that, I was like, I need a vacuum. I went on the website and I ordered myself the vacuum, and it's coming on Saturday, and I am so excited. I never knew I would be so excited for a vacuum. But yeah, I just had to let y'all know. Again, I'm here to say how much of a sucky vlogger I am. Today is Friday, November 13th. The last time I checked in with you guys was 2 days ago. So yeah, moving day is tomorrow morning. I left work about an hour ago. It's about to be 7 now. I went to the mall. I went to Bath and Body Works. I got some smell goods because I have my first guests tomorrow. Yeah, I'm headed to my apartment now because I got a few deliveries. I didn't want to just keep it in the hallway until tomorrow because I still haven't met my neighbor that lives above me, so I don't know how that goes. This walk from the train station, I don't think I'll ever get used to this shit. But guys, I think, damn, I'm out of breath. Damn, Lisabel, get it together. I think my vacuum got delivered, so I'm really excited. I am actually pretty excited about my guests tomorrow, like really, really excited. But yeah, a cemetery is in my backyard pretty much. Isn't that weird? I mean, that's kind of weird to some people, but I feel no ways. So I came to my apartment and there was some things delivered, And instead of turning my camera on, opening everything up with you guys, I was on FaceTime. Actually, what I should have been doing is moving everything out of the way. That way when we come tomorrow with all my stuff, everything is clear. So yeah, I'm gonna do that now. Again, so y'all know I really suck with vlogging, but I have all these packages that I want to open with you guys. When I say I am so thankful, like I literally have everything that I need. Damn, am I gonna be those freaking people who cry on camera? But it's just like, I would have never thought, like, I'm not lacking anything. I literally have all the appliances that I need for my apartment, and it's all thanks to you guys. Okay, so I try to gather myself together, okay? Damn, do I really want to post myself crying on YouTube where it's gonna live forever? Whatever. So what time is it? It is 5:26. I clock out virtually in 4 minutes, so this is probably gonna get cut off anyway. This is your gift, mommy. Well, how cute. My mom's husband got me a Keurig. This is it. Cute. So I got a whole plate set. Oh my god. Look. I wish you the best in this new journey. I chose the rice cooker because I know at the beginning of living by myself, it was hard to cook rice. And 2 years down, I finally learned. So hopefully this works for you. Oh my god. You don't understand how much I have struggled with making rice. It's either too freaking dry or too watery. So I am very, very excited for this one time. $5.29. Okay. Another thing I've learned, so all these little pamphlets that your things come with, make sure you save them, because 2 years ago when I was living with my mom, I had bought a dresser, a 12-drawer dresser from IKEA, and I threw the instructions out. And then when I was trying to move here, we couldn't find the instructions, clearly because I threw them out, and we couldn't take the dresser apart. So I'm without a dresser pretty much. I'm gonna be able to throw down. So just throwing this out there, I don't cook, okay? But we trying to learn, okay? So you know, anytime that you open boxes and you want to put it in the recycling, you have to tape them up or whatever. Because I have so many of my moving boxes and all the gifts that have been coming in, I used up all the tape. I have no more tape left. Look at the mess right here. How am I supposed to tape that up? That means tomorrow I am gonna have to go and buy some packing tape. How do they expect us to get this shit out? Should I cut through the box? Oh, I see. So I pulled that part out. Some towels, and an oven mitt. just excited for house things. So I ordered these because I didn't know that for recycling, you have to use these clear bags. And yeah, adulting 101. And I think this is my wine bottle opener. It is. Look. So do I need batteries for this or do I not? I don't need batteries. Yo, we are working from home again because, as some of you guys know, I work in a school and we're required to have a COVID test every Friday. I got tested Friday, which was November 13th, and on Sunday, pretty much the test came back and a lot of staff members tested positive. So they shut the school down. On Monday morning, I had a meeting. And pretty much they let us know that we came in contact with those who tested positive. So they suggested that we get another test. I went and got tested Monday, November 16th. So my test from Friday came back negative. I'm going to get tested again November 16th. That Monday, my results came back Wednesday, the 18th of November. Again, results were negative. I got a call from the Department of Health pretty much saying, you came in very close contact with somebody who tested positive. You're on the contact tracing list. We're gonna be calling you every day, pretty much doing wellness checks to make sure that you are not experiencing any symptoms. If you need any food, we deliver it to you. She let me know that it might have been still too early for it to show up in my system on Monday, that for peace of mind for me to go get tested again today, which is Friday, November 20th. Forgot to mention that because I was in close contact with someone who tested positive, even though I have 2 negative test results, I have to quarantine for 14 days. So my quarantine is supposed to be up on November 26th, which is Thanksgiving Day. Today, this morning, I went to go get tested again. I left my house at 7:20. I got to the testing site at 7:41. The line was already wrapping around the block. I waited online for 2 hours and 10 minutes. I had an appointment that I had to make it to at 10:30. The line had not moved in the last 45 minutes. And I'm like, there is no way I'm gonna make it in, get tested, and make it to my appointment on time. Because yeah, you stand online for 2+ hours, but then it's another 30 minutes once you get inside the urgent care for them to take all your information, for you to wait until you get called, all of that. I knew I wasn't gonna make my appointment, so I just got off the line. I had 16 people in front of me. I went and I got a trim. I don't know if it's really a trim, but I got more layers in the front. It looks weird because she only blow dried the the front of my hair. Yeah, it looks like we're on the brink of another lockdown, and I know how quickly my hair grows, and I was like, let me just get this all out of the way. I also want to remove my SNS. I don't know if I should just let it grow out a little bit more and get some more life out of it, but to be honest, I'm kind of over it. I know I'm 90% sure we're gonna go on another lockdown. Yeah, I'm just checking you guys in or updating you guys on my day. Oh, and I did go to Target this morning to get a couple of groceries because I'm still missing a couple of things, and I've been surviving on waffles and cup of noodles for the last week. Since I've moved, I've lost 9 pounds. I don't know if it's from me not eating correctly, if it's from all the movement, if it's stress. I don't know what it is. Oh, I just got a package. Ooh. So I got some sponges and soap pump and sponge caddy. Another sponge. Oh, this is bigger than I expected. So this is the soap caddy. You pretty much put the soap in there. You press down while you put your sponge in. You press down and it puts soap on your sponge. Thought it was really cool. We'll see how that works. So I'm pretty sure I mentioned my whole COVID fiasco. So just for safety precautions, even being outside, I have my mask on. But I just went to the supermarket and I went to the liquor store. I'm pretty sure I already showed you guys the wine opener that I got, the electric one. So I am super excited to be trying that out once I get home. I'm actually gonna make my first dinner in my new place tonight, so I'm super excited. And you know how we all have to use these disposable bags? I mean, not disposable, reusable. Mine has a rip on the bottom and I have a lot of shit in it, so I'm hoping it doesn't break on me. I'm like 2 blocks away from home, so pray for me. Today is November 21st. It is 60 degrees outside. I am wearing a leather jacket and I am hot. So I am back home. You guys are gonna notice I put you guys in my cabinet a lot just because I have space to put y'all there. But yeah, gotta wash our hands. When I was recording, you know, the answers to the questions or my responses to the questions from Instagram, I got this package from Amazon. So let me get my soap. Okay. Okay. Oh, it works. Cool, it works. Okay, so for my wine, I got the regular degular. Barrentura, white Moscato or regular Moscato. I know this one has like the cork inside and I wanted to really use my the electric wine opener. And then does this one have a cork inside too? I don't think so. No, because it has this top. And then I got the pink Moscato. I really love pink Moscato. So let's give this a try right now, shall we? I have to probably find like a better angle to put you guys at. I just don't be knowing where. Does this work? I mean, it works. Moment of truth. Have a little bit of wine poured out. Let me just show you guys what I got at the supermarket. It's nothing too fancy. I got some Pringles because I wanted some snacks. I don't have any junk food in the house. I got some rice because I'm going to be making rice in my new rice cooker tonight. Rice and some chicken. I got some milk because the milk my mom gave me is disgusting. And I know I am lactose intolerant. I say this all the time on social media. So just know this is gonna mess me up. This is gonna mess me up. I'm trying to stop cursing. I also got some K-cups for my new Keurig. I got some oil, cooking oil for my rice. I got some sugar because you always need sugar. And my little bag broke down there. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna keep using it until I go and make a really big compra or shopping trip and it freaking ends up breaking on me. Knowing me, because that's just how I am. I forgot to mention, before I moved here, because I knew I was gonna be by myself, I ordered a security camera, the Blink Mini. But the reason I haven't hooked it up is because there's a cemetery in my backyard and I I'm just scared that when I'm not home, my camera's gonna pick up some movement and I'm gonna see a ghost, like paranormal activity. And that's not something that I want for myself. I have to find a way to move you guys because y'all can't see what I'm doing. And what's the purpose of me vlogging if y'all can't see what I'm doing? Department of Health just sent me Clorox wipes, a package of masks. I have thermometers, hand sanitizer. They even send me a COVID test. Like, wow. So I know the last time we left off, I was in my kitchen and I was cooking. And I had all the intention of, you know, showing you all my new gadgets that I was using that people got me for my housewarming. But I had the iPhone X and I only had, I think, 64 GB. What is that, gigs? I'm not, you know, big on technology, so I don't really know. But it kept stopping on me and it said I didn't have enough storage, right? And I just gave up. I was so frustrated. I ordered the iPhone 12, so that's what I'm filming on now. This has 256 GBs. The space. I have space now, so I can record because I don't have a camera and I've been recording from my phone. Today is Wednesday, November 25th, so tomorrow is Thanksgiving Day. I am on the clock right now. We are allowed to clock off at 1. So I have a couple of errands to run once I clock out. I have a couple of things that I have to return to Target and a couple of things that I have to return to H&M. So, you know, once I clock out, I will be taking you guys along with me. Yeah, I lied. I didn't take you guys with me because, like I said, I had just gotten my phone. I didn't have a phone case for it yet. I didn't have a protective screen. Bye. Bye. So we're gonna have an edible. I cut them up. Mine is 7 grams. This is 6 grams. Are you ready? You eat the whole thing. But I think this part might be a little bit too much for the both of us. So we might die.
So if I don't make it today,
You'll just be in the hospital.
fuck it. Oh no, sorry, my bad.
You say fuck it now.
My bad, bleep it out.
Bleep. I'm dressed as if I'm going to work. So she finally went short and it looks so cute. Oh, you're doing kissy faces? Go ahead. Look at how cute it looks. Look at how cute. Wow. Okay, so talk about the Thanksgiving food, everything that you put on the table today. Even though it looks weird because we're in the process of moving. Well, she's about to move. So what's your new embarkment? Is that even a word? Her new venture is about to be Texas.
Perfect.
So she is in the process of packing everything. I'm packed. What did you cook for us today? Arroz with honduras.
When I first was getting the car, I was going coop. She kind of convinced me.
Chicken. That was chicken or turkey?
That was chicken, girl.
Wow, and I'm over here eating it thinking it was turkey. Okay.
That was chicken.
It's mainly just meat though. I don't really drive.
Yeah, egg
Usually
salad.
you have it drive the coupe.
And we got a bottle of wine with no
wine opener?
One of my roommates told her.
Fine.
and we have nothing to open it with.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So
We're just gonna slam it on the stairs
in the
outside.
nighttime, it has like
It
these
works.
heat.
No, I don't want to be drinking glass.
So, like,
It's
you
okay.
could be driving
Okay, so you got wine,
Egg
all different
salad,
sides. So like the
pie,
driving
potato pie.
really?
What
Even
is
if
this?
they
Sweet
have
potato
the-
Does it
pie,
come in with
Mhm.
bananas?
Yeah.
pumpkin,
Oh, that's
apple
so
pie,
nice. I like that.
It's real nice.
water juice,
It's really, really nice.
whatever you
Damn,
want.
Is it 2-door car?
water, juice. She gotta let you know everything that she put out.
What is it, like a
Water,
hard top,
juice.
hard top? No, soft top.
And we're like
Yeah, Audi.
sitting right now
Those are
in
nice.
backyard
You know what?
tables.
Yeah, so these are the tables we had outside in the backyard. And being that I took the entire dining room set to my apartment, this is all that's left.
Now they're fast.
Gotta
and they're
empty this
dependable.
apartment.
Mm-hmm.
And
Are you excited?
Yes,
I'm gonna have all new furniture.
You can get one for a real
All
good
new
price.
furniture? That's what you're excited for? I'm talking about the move.
If you go around this, I think it's at 37,000.
You see what? Do you see how aggressive I talk?
She's
saying, well, she believes my husband is in Texas.
Yeah. You know what I mean? And when we down there, I fell on.
I feel like the men in Texas are gonna be super intimidated.
You can get more for less.
She needs a southern man to put her in. Southern. So what? To put you in your place.
I believe it. Everything is bigger than Texas.
That's where you and I do not agree. There's no man who's gonna put me in my
I looked at a
place.
house. We lived with 2 floors.
Yes,
And it was like up here it would be like 500,000. Down there it was like a little.
That's why I'm gonna be single for the rest of my
Those
life.
guys, imagine I'm down there,
I
you go
fix it
visit,
up.
they'll be
But
like,
down there, I don't think
that's your
I
daughter?
never
And I'm like,
seen
yo.
nothing. Huh?
Move my body? Oh, he's trying to shoot me. I'll get a bullet. Look, he's scared, though.
You squeeze the button or squeeze this? One of these buttons, not that. But that is the button.
Are you good?
Oh, I see.
He said, yo, he's scared.
Oh, wait, I took it out of it. Hold on.
Oh, he's.
Hey, so it's about to be 10 o'clock. It is Thanksgiving Day. Well, now Thanksgiving night. I'm only checking in because I feel like I didn't record too much simply because I just wanted to enjoy time with my family. They came over. My mom's husband brought over the speaker. They were trying to connect that to my TV. It was not working, and I had company lined up to come over, so I needed them out with the quickness. But yeah, I just wanted to update you guys. The loneliness definitely hit. Like, I was pretty good for the first week, and then the whole thing with me having to quarantine and not really be around people, it kind of put me in a really down mood. Like, I was just not myself. Again, this is my first time by myself, so yeah. Hey, it's now like 3 hours later. I am super intoxicated right now. I am super high. I don't know if you're even able to put something like that on YouTube, but whatever. So my dilemma right now is that I want some sweets. I am not a sweets person, so I don't have anything in my apartment that's sweet for me to, you know, munch on. So I have Honey Nut Cheerios or chocolate chip cookies, the Chips Ahoy with the M&Ms in them. I'm not really feeling those right now. I'm kind of lonely too. But yeah, just wanted to check in and bye. Okay, so this is my second time recording this because, as y'all know, I am a perfectionist, and I was watching the first video and I feel like I left so much out of it, so we're doing this again. Oh, this is my Queens College shirt. Cute, cute, cute. Okay, so we are going to get into the questions. Sorry, I was making a list of all the sites that I seen in my email that I was using while I was searching for an apartment. If you follow me on Instagram, I asked you guys in an Instagram story if you had any questions for me in regards to finding an apartment or my apartment in general, then you can ask me, and I was gonna make a YouTube video answering your questions. So I know you guys been waiting for so long for this freaking video, and trust me, it was not supposed to take this long for me to get it out, but you know, life, things happen. I had a couple of questions asking where I looked, what sites I used, was it just online browsing, pretty much how did I find this apartment. I was giving myself until January 2021 for me to be able to find an apartment that I felt was for me. So the websites that I used were Street Easy, Trulia, Nooklin, Zillow Rentals, Apartments.com, and HotPads. I'm gonna just throw that out there. None of these websites are where I found my apartment. So you know how Instagram pretty much works, or our phones in general, if they see that you're constantly looking at something specific, it's gonna show up on your Instagram feed some way, somehow. So I think in week 2 of my apartment search. By this time, I had already checked out a couple of apartments. They did not meet my standards, so I was starting to get frustrated. Even though I gave myself until January 2021, it's like, my brother's already out. I want to be out now. I was scrolling on Instagram and I saw this apartment show up on my feed, and it was a real estate agency that had posted it. So when I saw it, I was confused by the price, first off, because the price was super, super low. And they had the /M next to it. Like, are they selling the building for $1 million? Because I thought the M stood for the million. Or are they really renting it for this price? So I immediately jumped into the DMs and I'm like, hi, I am super interested in viewing this apartment. And she responded literally within 5 minutes. She was like, I'm doing a viewing tomorrow. Would you be interested in coming? So I knew I already had a apartment to go view in Jersey the next morning. And I was like, sure. So one in Jersey was pretty nice, but it was a little bit too small for me. And then we came to see this one, and as soon as I walked in, it's like I knew immediately, like, this was just for me. It was the perfect amount of space, the perfect location, everything. Someone asked, how did you find your apartment? What were you looking for in an apartment? And were you able to find all of those things? How did you know that you were financially ready? My biggest suggestion and recommendation is for you to create a list of what it is that you're looking for. So the same way we have wants and what we want in a relationship and non-negotiables, like things we are just not willing to accept, pretty much you're gonna do the same exact thing with an apartment. I mean, this is gonna be your space. This is where you're gonna be living at for a minimum of a year. So it has to fit your requirements and what it is that you're looking for. Create a list of what it is that you're looking for. What do you envision your apartment looking like? That way, when you go to view the apartment, these are all things that you're checking off of your list. So on my list, I want wood floors. I want the kitchen to be either white cabinets or black cabinets. I want stainless steel appliances. I want everything to be completely renovated. I want a white bathroom. Some of the bathrooms that I was seeing on some of these websites, they were still like super old school with yellow tiles, pink tiles, blue tiles. I did not want that. Not for my first apartment. It might be like, oh, you're being super bougie, you're being super picky, you live in New York City, blah, blah, blah. I wasn't gonna stop looking until I found what it was that I was looking for or something close to it. Another thing I had in my what I want was a washer and dryer in the apartment. Nor did I want to move to the Bronx. The Bronx was out of the question. Okay. You know, I have nothing against people who live in the Bronx. If that's where you want to live, do what you want to do. Just for me, I didn't want to live in the Bronx. Another thing you have to be very mindful of and take into consideration is if you are commuting to and from work using the subway, then you have to see how far it is for you. Is that a bird? Another thing I do recommend and suggest doing, which I didn't do because I was just so excited when I viewed the apartment, take at least 20 to 30 minutes to roam the neighborhood and see what it's like. I know the apartment sells you, but you also have to remember that this is going to be the neighborhood that you're living in for maybe a year, because pretty much usually leases are a year long. So make sure that everything is nearby. Everything that you need is within walking distance. I suggest you make a list of things that you are looking for in an apartment. Roam the neighborhood and also check how far it is for you to get to and from work with your new location. To answer the second part of the question, was I able to find all of those things in my apartment? So within this apartment, I did find majority of the things I was looking for. We have wood floors. Kitchen and bathroom were completely renovated. My kitchen is white cabinets, stainless steel appliances. The countertops, I'm not too much of a fan of. Here's what it is. It's not too bad. Everything was brand new anyway. We gonna deal with it. The bathroom is a little bit smaller than I would have liked, but it is white. Everything is new. One thing that I wish I would have noticed that this was something that I was looking for was vents in the bathroom. So in my mom's house, there is a vent at the top of the bathroom. So pretty much anytime that you shower, you turn that on and it doesn't get steamy in there. My bathroom does not have that. So anytime I take a shower or a hot shower, I have to open the window that's in the bathroom, which again, it might not be much to some people, but it's kind of annoying. But again, I will deal with it. So yes, it did pretty much meet everything that I was looking for, except the washer and dryer in the apartment, which is fine. I just realized I have a laundromat that's only a 4-minute walk from where I'm at, so it is what it is. Third part of that question was, how did you know you were ready financially? So this is something that you probably have to take at least 2 to 3 hours in a day if you're really looking, and pretty much just count up all your expenses. For me, being that we were quarantined, I wasn't spending the money that I usually spend when I'm at work. So for me, when I'm at work, most of my expenses goes to the Metro card, me eating out almost every single day for lunch, snacking in the morning, and I feel like I was ordering a lot of clothes because what else was I gonna spend my money on? My rent with my mom wasn't out of this world, so it's like I had a lot to save. So yeah, with us being on lockdown, that was a lot of extra money that was just going into my bank account. So I saved quite a bit of money during the lockdown, and thankfully enough, I was blessed to still have my job during the pandemic, which is a major blessing. I was saving all of my money. One thing I wanted to mention is, if you are planning on moving, or if this is something that you are interested in doing within the next couple of months, I just suggest for you to have at least 10K in your savings, simply to go towards that apartment, because you are going to most likely have to pay a broker's fee, your first month's rent, and then a security deposit. So you're pretty much paying your rent 3 times. Sometimes, depending on the real estate agency that you use, or depending on the price of your rent, they might charge you a higher broker's fee, which was the situation in my case. Because the rent here is so low, 10K is quite a lot. And I only say that because yes, you are paying your rent 3 times at once, but then you also have to take into consideration moving expenses. Like, moving is not cheap. You have to pay or rent out that van if you don't have a car, or if you don't have friends who have a big enough van for you to move all your stuff. The booking or renting a van, I think, is gonna cost you about $100 to $200, depending on how much stuff you have to move and how many trips you have to make to and from your apartment, how far your apartment is from wherever it is that you're currently staying. You also have to have money for all your utilities. Like, you have to think about your Wi-Fi, your light, gas, water. Like, it all depends on what it is that is included in your rent, which is another thing that you have to mention or bring up when you are viewing an apartment. Just ask them what is included in the rent. Sometimes they include the hot water, heat. So yeah, this is something that you have to think about. Also, as far as expenses, there are a lot of things that you are now going to need in your own place, things that never even crossed your mind in the place that you were currently staying at. It all starts to add up, especially if it's your first place, being that you're not moving in with all of these things. These are all things that you're gonna have to purchase. So yeah, 10K is a bit excessive, but you know, you wanna give yourself enough wiggle room just in case if you do need to make any additional purchases. So, all right, so how was the process? My process was terrible. Yeah, pretty much viewed the apartment Saturday, and Monday it was mine. We're gonna get into everything that happens after she told me the apartment was mine a little bit later, because that's a mess in itself. So I came to view the apartment on October 24th, which was a Saturday. Monday, October 26th, she texted me and she said that I was approved for the apartment. After that conversation, she texted me and she was like, okay, so when are you ready to come in and sign the lease? I was like, I'm ready right now. And she's like, oh, the lease is currently not, you know, ready yet for you to sign it. And I'm already frustrated, like, okay, so why would you ask me when I can go sign the lease if the lease is not ready? And then probably 30 minutes later, she texts me and she's like, oh, we need $500 down. That pretty much just ensures that we're not showing the apartment to anybody. We are requiring for you to sell it to the realtor. The realtor I have never met. So pretty much you're asking me to send the person $500, someone that I've never met before, randomly. And just, you know, I'm just trusting you guys that you guys are not going to show my apartment to anybody and that this $500 is going to go towards my security deposit. It was a bit frustrating. So all of that happened on Monday, October 26th. On Wednesday, October 28th, she texted me again and she's just apologizing that the process is taking forever, that now management was inspecting the apartment and they want to raise the rent because everything is newly renovated. I'm getting frustrated because I'm like, okay, so why didn't they inspect the apartment before you showed it to me? And secondly, they knew it was newly renovated. Why didn't they, you know, have the price set once you started showing the apartment? That way nothing was changing in the process. But whatever. If you hear a vacuum in the background, I don't know if it's a vacuum or a blow dryer, but my neighbor upstairs, I think it's cleaning right now. So yeah, management was inspecting the apartment. They wanted to raise the rent and she was like, it's either the rent is gonna stay the same or they're gonna increase it $100, whatever. So then on Friday, October 30th, she tells me again, she's like, oh, they finally came to an agreement. They're gonna increase the rent $100. Is this something that you're okay with? And I was like, yeah, that's fine, whatever. And she was like, okay, so now they have to just, you know, write up the lease and I will reach back out to you once that is complete and ready to sign. So I didn't hear from her until Thursday, November 5th. She finally contacts me and she's like, the lease is ready. When are you available to come and sign it? So I was like, I'm available right now. I was ready. Like, I just wanted to get it over with. So I was at work and I asked my supervisor if I could leave early. I leave work at 4 o'clock. I usually clock out at 5:30. So I'm thinking I'm just gonna meet her at the apartment in which she showed me and the lease is gonna be here. After I sign, then you're gonna hand over the keys. No. So I'm on my way to this apartment from work and probably about 10 minutes out from the apartment, she texts me and she's like, oh my God, I just realized I don't think I gave you the address to the office. And I'm like, what? You're gonna meet at the office. So she gives me the address and now I'm already livid. I'm like, yo, you literally made me go all through freaking Brooklyn into Queens and you're giving me the freaking runaround. Like, so thankfully enough, where the office was, my mom is not too far from there. So I had my mom meet me at the place where I was gonna sign the lease. So we get there and it's not even the person who was showing me the apartment who I'm talking to in order for me to sign the lease. It's like this really old man. I don't know if he's Russian or Italian, but whatever. He's reading over the lease with me, blah, blah, blah. I'm already so pissed that everything he's saying is going out through 1 year and out, going in through 1 year and out the other. Again, thankfully enough, my mom was nearby because she was paying attention to everything he was saying. They give me all the paperwork for me to sign. I'm signing all the paperwork and he's like, oh, we don't have the key yet, so you're not gonna get the key today. My mom is like, what do you mean you're not gonna get the key today? She's giving you a check with everything you guys are asking for. She's signing the paperwork and you guys don't have the key ready. And he's like, oh, mommy, I'm sorry. We're gonna have the key ready for you tomorrow. She can come pick it up tomorrow. And my mom was like, so you want her to come back to pick up the key tomorrow? So again, because my mom was so close, they told my mom that they were gonna give her a call the following day, which was Friday, November 6th, when the key was ready, and they were gonna take it to my mom. So the following day, my mom meets up with the person, they give her the key, and my mom just had like a really bad feeling about everything, which, you know, I feel like all moms do. So again, like I said, my brother had moved out. So that Friday, we were all gonna go to my brother's apartment I clock out of work, I head to my brother's apartment, and then after my brother's house, we were gonna come over to my place. So I go to my brother's house, my mom hands me the key. I'm all excited, like, oh my God, these are my first apartment's keys. So we're on our way to my apartment and I'm just super excited. Like, oh my God, I'm gonna show you guys my place because this is the first time they would have seen it. So I'm super excited. I come up to my stairs and they gave me four keys. And I'm like, okay, maybe they gave me a copy of my key because I know it's only 2 doors that I will have to get into. So I'm there trying to get into the apartment. I've tried all the keys. None of them are opening the freaking door. So I'm like, okay, maybe this is the type of apartment where the key needs to be upside down for it to open. That didn't work. All right, maybe I'm pushing it in a little bit too far. Maybe I shouldn't. Nothing was freaking working. So again, I had the papers of the lease in my bag. Thankfully enough, the night before when I was signing the lease, I didn't take it out of my bag. I went to work with all of that in my bag because I wanted to read everything over again. So on the paper, there's the super's number and my mom calls him and he's not picking up. And I'm like, what the fuck? And then I reach out to the person who showed me the apartment and I'm like, hey, we're at the location right now. We tried the keys and the door is not opening. And she's like, I'm trying to call the super and he's not picking up. And I'm like, yeah, I know. We tried calling the super as well and he's not answering. And then we're like walking around the apartment complex to see if there's any other way for us to be able to enter, which there wasn't. And in us doing that, the super finally reached out and he's like, oh, I'm on my way. Oh, he comes and he's looking at the key. And before all of this happened, my mom was already pissed. She's like, this is exactly what I knew was going to happen. You were going to pay your money and they were going to give you a key that wasn't for the apartment and they were just going to block you on everything and they were going to just take your money. She was livid. So the super finally comes. He's all masked up and he just looks terrible. And he mentions how sick he was, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, oh yeah, I probably gave the wrong key because I'm super sick right now. So he walks away, he comes back and he brings me my key. That key works. So that was that. So my experience with this apartment wasn't the most ideal situation, to say the least. And when the super came, I know my brother mentioned, oh my God, maybe that guy has COVID. Comes to find out 3 weeks later, this man did have COVID and I'm pretty sure he still has it. So that's enough about the process. My process was terrible. 10 out of 10 would not recommend. She had the whole day to do this and now all of a sudden she wants to start moving shit. Someone asked stores for home decor. So I haven't really gotten into the home decor yet, but I know Home Goods is a pretty good home decor store. I hear everybody talk about it. Walmart, Target, IKEA. I feel like everybody should have Pinterest. I go on Pinterest and I start looking at apartments and I start putting it on my board, pretty much just to give me inspo of what I want my space to look like. But as of right now, my space still looks very basic. I don't even have a TV stand yet. I want to actually get my TV mounted. So my TV is still on the floor, which is, you know, fine. Whoever comes over, they're just going to have to deal with my TV being on the floor for a little bit until I get myself situated. But yeah, I've only been here for, this makes my 2nd week. So yeah, hopefully before this year is up, things start looking a little bit more homey. But I don't really have too many stores that I personally would recommend for home decor simply because I haven't crossed that bridge yet. But once I do, I will try to vlog that, or on Instagram, I'll try to post where it is that I am ordering things off of. So my last and final piece, this is not a question, but I did want to give you guys some suggestions and recommendations or things that I learned in just moving. I came in a car, somebody brought me, and pretty much when we came, it's not like we were driving around the neighborhood. We came to the apartment, we saw the apartment complex, like the area in which the apartment is in, and then we pretty much went back home. And little did I know, the supermarket is like a 10-minute walk from here, which isn't too bad. But so one thing I did notice in my apartment search, some places or some websites, they are gonna post pictures of an apartment which look beautiful, and when you go view the actual apartment, it is nothing compared to what it is that they were showing in the pictures. So what I've noticed was that they're gonna take pictures of an apartment that is similar to the one that they're gonna show you, but the one that they're gonna show you is currently not available to take pictures or do a walkthrough of. So they're just gonna, the pictures you're gonna see are the pictures of the apartment that is similar to it, but not the one that they're renting out. So when you go view the apartment is gonna look completely different than the pictures that you viewed. So it is always a great idea to always view the apartment in person. I know we're in the middle of a pandemic right now and a lot of people are not trying to actually go look at apartments, but the virtual tours don't do apartments justice. You have to actually be in the apartment and feel the vibes or the energy that the apartment gives you. If you are someone who is interested in the virtual tour, that is just something to take into consideration, or something that you should ask them, like, hey, the apartment that you're showing me right now, is this the apartment that I would be moving into? Just something to have in the back of your mind. That is all I can think off the top of my head right now. If you guys do have any questions in viewing this portion of the video, you can always drop them down below or DM me on Instagram. I am always super responsive on Instagram, as long as you guys don't come at me crazy. I don't mind chatting with y'all. But yeah, I will see you guys in the next one.